Well, welcome to part two. Here we are, as promised, descending through 23,000 feet into Santa Fe, New Mexico. Been a nice, smooth, uneventful flight, but I always have a little bit of apprehension in flying into high-altitude airports with, as you can see, plenty of terrain. Here's our planned approach into KSAF, runway 202. ILS frequency, we need to enter that in at this point. For runway 02 is 111.7. And the VOR frequency 110.6. All right, go ahead and set bearing 1 to nav 1, bearing 2 to nav 2. We do have VOR info from SAF, Sierra Alpha Foxtrot. That's the VOR, Santa Fe VOR, 33.7 miles. 51 miles left on this route, as you can see. There we are. So we're going to keep heading southwest, kind of make a gentle left turn, then make a sweeping right turn to head north-northeast. We are 49 miles out. 50 miles out, you generally expect to be at 15,000 feet. We're at 19,400 feet. You might say, well, why are you so high? Well, you have to work in to your calculations the airport elevation. Airport elevation at Santa Fe, where I've landed before in the TBM 2 months ago, I actually found the flight, 6349, 6,349 feet. The minimums are 6,503 for an aircraft like this. So we'll enter that as well. Barometric minimum 6,503 feet. No ILS information yet, nor would I expect there to be any. 44 miles out. We knew that we'd be dealing with a night landing. Hey, look what just showed up. We now have ILS information. ISGB, India Sierra Golf Bravo, 27.2 nautical miles.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter, 3012.
Betty says the nearest altimeter is 3012. Let's see. 3010, again, 200ths of an inch. Very nice job, Betty. Anyway, it's a good commentary, really, on just constantly remembering to trust your instruments, because, you know, we knew it was going to be a night landing, but if you look out the window right now, I mean, you see a little faint light there in the distant west. Probably won't even show up on the video, but you really got to just trust your instruments, because you really have no other choice, do you? 37 miles out, getting ready to start that left turn. We'll turn off our bank limiter, and again, the plan will be to these are all artificial waypoints. R133, Romeo 133, 150, 166, 182, 199, 215. We'll switch over to nav from FMS right here. On nav source, we'll switch over to nav 1. Probably right around somewhere between 182 and 199. Beware of this geographic feature there. In terms of the approach plate, the published approach plate for this airport, Cibvu, CIBVU, we need to be at 8,800 feet, and Duma, we need to be at 7,800 feet. The distance between Cibvu and Duma is 4.1 nautical miles. Distance between Duma and the airport is 4.6 nautical miles. Total distance on final, 8.7 nautical miles. So not the longest final in the world, but long enough. So we're beginning to make that left turn now at Ekisa, E-C-I-S-A, right here. E-C-I-S-A. And we'll fly this arc to bring us into the localizer for runway 02. 27 miles out, 13,600 feet. Keep in mind that, just hypothetically, 20 miles out, you'd want to be at 6,000 feet, but because the airport's at 6,000 feet, you'd in theory want to be at 12,000 feet. And we're at 26 miles out, we're at 13,300. So that's great. All this just takes on an added dimension of importance when it comes to high altitude. Well, not necessarily high altitude airports. Let's start slowing down. Because you could have an airport at very high altitude that doesn't have any terrain restrictions or issues at all, or hazards at all. But there are terrain issues at and around this airport. And this, I'm sorry, just checking. Placer Mountain is what we're headed towards, and you can see it. Obviously, if we were in daytime, we would be able to see it. When I say Placer Mountain, I'm talking about this. That's my concern right here. Now, this arc brings us just to the northeast of it, but you know, I'd rather not realize that we're about to hit a mountain as we're about to hit the mountain. So just got to stay vigilant, you know, stay on top of things. As I mentioned, we will activate nav1 and the APPR between R182 and R199, which were just show 68 seconds from R182. And this is actually showing us closing in on R199 now, only 60 seconds away. So let's go ahead and activate nav1. You see this is still oriented. See how it's moving? Because we're making that right turn now. So we're turning right to intercept that localizer. Happily, our glide slope just perfect. So that's excellent news. We just need to slow down. This is, I know it sounds ridiculous probably, but it's just an added level of complexity to these purely instrument approaches, which this most certainly is. Go ahead and activate the APPR now. We instantaneously grab the glide slope. Boom. Right there. So we're being told to descend to 8,800 feet, just as I said, because SIBVU, right there, the published approach plate according to the FAA approach plate is 8,800 feet. So again, it's not a coincidence. Just have to keep slowing down. The runway, the airport is out in front of us. I do see it. Landing lights activated. And set our altitude for minimums of 6,500. Start breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief right now. Just 11 miles out now, so.
Tower on 119.5 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Make sure our altimeter's current.
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey 10 miles south inbound ILS.
10 miles out.
Approach.
start a right turn here in a moment.
Bravo Whiskey Santa Fe Tower. Cleared ILS runway 2 approach. Altimeter tree 0 decimal 1 tree wind 251 at 8.
251 at 8. That's not at all consistent with the live weather, nor is it consistent with the weather in Santa Fe when I did the setup. The current live weather shows winds out of the north-northeast, but regardless, we're committed now. 1 notch of flaps.
Landing gear.
Depressurize. Continue slowing. Got the runway there in front of us.
Bravo Whiskey cleared to land runway 2. Wind 251 at 8.
Clear
Put
to
our
land
gear down.
runway 2 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Wow.
Landing gear.
Gears down. There's the runway. White and red on the poppy. The runway setup at Santa Fe looks like an asterisk. There's a lot of runways all sort of crisscrossing, so you just want to confirm that you're landing at the right runway. Outer marker. Full flaps. Okay, we're all set up. Gears down, confirmed. Full flaps deployed. And we look nicely lined up with red over white on the Vasi. So this is
Final runway 02.
all what we want to see. Properly configured. Disconnect the auto throttle. A little bit of a left quartering tailwind right now, so that's why we're drifting a tiny little bit. But otherwise looking very good. Get ready to disconnect the autopilot. A little bit high now, so we'll do that now.
Autopilot. 500.
There we go, back to red over white. Oof. That tailwind's playing games with us. Nice long runway though, so a little forgiveness. Here we go. Excellent. Okay. Oh man, I don't know what to tell you. I just get such... It's so much more anxiety inducing when you have to land in pitch black. It just changes everything. All right. Let's see. Is there an exit to my right?
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey exit runway when able.
I'd love to. There we go. Man. There we go. Okay.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey contact ground on 121.7.
Tell you, it doesn't matter how many times I do this, I still
121.7 for Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
feel relief after a safe landing. All right, let's just clean up the airplane real quick. Can't see anything, but you can see that the spoilers are up, so we'll bring those in. Gonna bring our flaps as well. Flaps are retracted. Get our taxi lights on, turn our pulse light off. Okay, good. Oh, and let's stop our timer. Hour and 51 minutes and 46 seconds. Welcome to Santa Fe. Local time, 6:27 p.m. Let's go. Let's go park. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I mean, I'll take a tailwind in darkness like this with that kind of terrain around me. I'll take the tailwind. It's fine. No problem. Happy to do it. We're very close to our parking spot today too, so this makes me happy. Just using these pedals. Make that turn. Oh wait. Whoa! Where do they want me? I can't tell. I wish I had a second set of eyes here to tell me where they want me to park. I'm following the yellow lines here. Should we cheat a little bit? What the? That is the weirdest looking parking assignment I've ever seen. I'm guessing we're not going to get much help beyond this, so tell you what, friends. Let's just follow our yellow line. And we're going to give ourselves a parking space. How you like that? We're going to give ourselves a parking space. Turn right. There we go. I'm using this here to orient myself perpendicular to the runway, which is what you might expect for a parking assignment. And we're right next to another airplane, so this verifies some form of parking is in this area. Okay. Parking brakes engaged. Yeah, I don't, that's weird. Look at this. I mean, am I the only one who thinks that that's a little bit demanding? So, anyway, there's somebody else who's will be surprised to see me park so close to him, but probably nevertheless be happy to see that I'm not crashed into it. Let's kill that right engine. There we go. All right, let's get our anti-icing equipment, or our pitot heat off, if nothing else. Remaining lights. And welcome to Santa Fe. Thank you for joining us. Let's drop to the logbook screen. There we go. 1 hour, 48 minutes, 53 seconds on our flight from Bill and Hillary Clinton Airport in Little Rock, Arkansas, KLIT. I'll leave it at that. To KSAF Santa Fe, New Mexico. Total time was 1:48, hour and 48 minutes, hour and 49 minutes. An hour and 13 minutes of which was night, and then 35 minutes of which was day. But we got ourselves a night landing, which is nice. Our 34th night landing. And our 133rd night, or excuse me, we've had 133 day landings, and this was our 34th night landing. We've had 161 day takeoffs and 13 night takeoffs. So, thanks for joining us, and again, welcome to Santa Fe. We'll see where we go next. Have a good one.